global news updates on top accolade news. The headlines: Elon Musk faces backlash after attending Trump's cabinet meeting. UK public strongly opposes Trump's GAZA displacement plan. Canada and Europe strengthen trade relations. EU warns of retaliation after Trump threatens 25% tariff on European imports. In politics, Elon Musk faces backlash after attending Trump's cabinet meeting. Elon Musk stirred controversy with his presence at President Trump's first cabinet meeting, despite not being a cabinet member or elected official. Musk, co-chair of the Department of Government Efficiency, spoke out about the country's spending, particularly on defense, and the mounting pressure he faces, including receiving death threats over his role in job cuts. Musk praised Trump's cabinet, calling it the best assembled team. While not officially overseeing DOGE, Musk's influence in the administration remains significant, with Trump supporting his efforts to review and terminate unnecessary government contracts. Despite some cabinet members voicing disagreements, the president stood by Musk, highlighting the impact of his controversial work. Still in politics, UK public strongly opposes Trump's GAZA displacement plan. A new YouGov poll reveals widespread opposition among the British public to US President Donald Trump's controversial plan to possibly displace Palestinians from Gaza to neighboring countries like Jordan and Egypt. The survey, commissioned by Medical Aid for Palestinians and the Council for Arab-British Understanding, shows that 73% of respondents believe that the UK government should reject the proposal. Only 9% support it, with strong opposition from Labour voters, 84% of whom are against the plan. The poll coincides with UK Prime Minister's arrival in Washington for talks with Trump, where the Gaza issue is expected to dominate the agenda. Human rights groups have condemned the plan, calling it a violation of international law, and urged the UK to take a firm stand against it. Shifting focus to economy, Canada and Europe strengthen trade relations. As US President Donald Trump threatens steep tariff, Canadian diplomats and companies are working with European counterparts to diversify trade. At a press briefing, Germany's ambassador to Canada emphasized the importance of the comprehensive economic and trade agreement to boost trade between Canada and the European Union. With a focus on innovation, green energy and quantum computing, Canadian companies will play a key role at the fair, which attracts thousands of international business leaders. Canada aims to strengthen relations with the European Union to create more resilient trade opportunities. Still in the economy, EU warns of retaliation after Trump threatens 25% tariff on European imports. US President announced plans to impose a 25% tariff on some European imports, including cars. The European Commission responded swiftly, warning that it would take firm and immediate action against any unjustified barriers to trade. The EU spokesperson emphasized the economic benefits of European integration for both the EU and the US, pointing out that the EU is the world's largest free market, which has helped reduce costs for US exporters. Leaders across Europe, including French President, stressed the importance of standing up against trade attack, while Polish Prime Minister called for avoiding any totally unnecessary and stupid trade war. You are watching the Global News Update on Top Accolade News. Do stay with us. Still to come. Thanks for staying with us. Insecurity. South Korea claims North Korea has deployed additional troops to Russia. South Korea's spy agency has reported that North Korea has deployed more troops to Russia, raising concerns about growing military cooperation between the two nations. This development comes amid reports of an increasing alignment between North Korea and Russia, particularly in light of Russia's ongoing conflict in Ukraine. While the details of the deployment remains unclear, experts warn that the move could further strain international relations, especially as North Korea continues to face global sanctions. The deployment signals potential escalation in the region, with implications for both security and geopolitical dynamics. In conflict, Hamas ready for talks on second phase of Gaza ceasefire. Hamas announced its readiness to begin talks on the second phase of a ceasefire agreement in Gaza following the exchange of several hundred Palestinian prisoners for the remains of 4 Israeli hostages. This exchange marked the first stage of the initial ceasefire, which began on January 19th. Hamas stated that any progress on freeing the remaining hostages depends on continued adherence to the ceasefire. Meanwhile, Israeli officials emphasized the priority of securing the release of the remaining 59 hostages, but stressed that any agreement on the second phase of the ceasefire must ensure that Hamas is not left intact in Gaza. As Egypt continues to mediate, the situation remains tense, with both sides preparing for the next phase of the negotiations. Moving to entertainment. Oscar-winning actor found dead alongside wife and dog. Oscar-winning actor Gene Hackman, best known for his role in The French Connection and The Unforgiven, has been found dead at the age of 95 alongside his wife and their dog in their home in New Mexico. Authorities confirmed that their deaths were discovered on February 26, 2025, but foul play is not suspected. Hackman, a celebrated actor with a career spanning over 6 decades, won 2 Academy Awards and earned recognition for playing diverse roles. Tributes have poured in from fellow stars remembering his immense talent. Now in sports. Canadian soccer coach criticizes Trump's 51st state remarks on Canada. In a response to Trump's comments about Canada potentially becoming the 51st state, Canadian men's national soccer team coach Jess Marsh called the rhetoric unsettling and frankly insulting. Speaking at a press conference, he emphasized Canada's strength, independence, and commitment to fairness. He condemned Trump's remarks, stressing that Canada deserves respect for its history as one of America's closest allies. He further stated that the political climate in the US, marked by division and disrespect, is a stark contrast to Canada's values. That concludes our global news updates for today. Stay tuned for more global news and developments. Thanks for joining us. I am Ojo Rumi Okocha. Connect and engage with us on all our social media handles. Do have a wonderful day.